Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Now we want to present case study from Dr. Hijrah Saputra about supply chain network design of PT Indofood Sukses Makmur. So here we go. Yeah, I'm very sure that every people in Indonesia knows about Indofood, especially in one of their best product, which is Indomie. This is so popular and familiar in every elements people in Indonesia. Now we try to elaborate and discuss about in the food, especially in the supply chain management. The first one, we start from the background. PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk, commonly known as Indofood, is one of the largest food manufacturing companies in Indonesia. Indofood has a diversified product portfolio including instant noodles, dairy products, snacks, food seasonings, and beverages. It also has a significant distribution network across the country to meet the needs of its consumers, given Indonesia's geographic challenges with over 17,000 islands. Designing an effective supply chain network is crucial for Indofood to minimize costs and maximize customer satisfaction. And now about the problem statement. The problem statement Indofood is currently facing increased demand in the eastern region of Indonesia, for example, Sulawesi, Maluku, and Papua. However, the existing distribution network is struggling with timely deliveries due to long lead times, high logistics costs, and limited local manufacturing capabilities. The company is considering options to optimize its supply chain network to improve efficiency and meet rising demand. Yep, as we know, the economic growth of eastern of Indonesia now is growing fastly, especially in one of the area we call East Maluku is the one of the province with the highest economic growth. And the other province also from East Indonesia, which is Central Sulawesi. And the relation of this economic growth to Indo-food is there is a demand, the increasing demand of Indo-food product from this area, not only of the two of this province, but also from the other province in East Indonesia, like from Papua, the other Sulawesi province, and also from Maluku as an island. The problem is the main factory of the Indo-food products mainly located in Java. There is a big cost if you want to send a products of Indofood to East Indonesia, which is East Indonesia is consists of there is a lot of so many islands from East Indonesia, not only in Sulawesi, in Maluku, but also in Papua as one of the big island in Indonesia. So from this problem statement, there is a big problem that facing by Indofood, especially in supply chains, or there is a gap and a high cost of transportation maybe from Java to all of area in East Indonesia. Now we try to elaborate more about this problem because this is cause of many effects like long lead times, high logistics costs, and limited local manufacturing capabilities. And the main effect is it is about the customer satisfaction. And as we know, customer satisfaction in this modern era, in this business era, is very, very important for the profitability and sustainability of that company. From this study case, there are 4 tasks that we should analyze and consideration as I am as a supply chain analyst. The first one is facility location and transportation mode, cost analysis, risk assessment, which is should be more elaborate with 5 questions that already provided from this study case. The first one is what factors should be considered when deciding to establish a new factoring plant or distribution center, and 2, based on the demand and cost analysis, which option is more feasible for Indofood, new manufacturing or new distribution center. 3, which transportation mode should Indofood consider for delivering products to the eastern region, and why? 4, perform a cost-benefit analysis comparing the existing network versus the proposed network design, and 5, identify and explain potential risks in implementing the new supply chain design and provide strategies to mitigate these risks. And now we start with the first key considerations about facility location. Factors to consider when establishing a manufacturing plant or distribution center. There are 6 that should be considered. The first one is demand, volume, and growth. Current and projected demand levels in Eastern Indonesia. And 2, stability and long-term growth potential of the regional market. So one of the factors to consider when establishing manufacturing plant or distribution center is about the demand of volume and growth. The second factors is cost considerations. Of course, in the introduction, in the problem statement, one of the problems that faced by Indofood is about the cost, the high cost. Now, cost considerations as the second factor to considering when establishing a manufacturing plant or distribution center. Capital investment required for a manufacturing plant, which is to build a manufacturing plant will absorb a high capital investment, of course. Lower initial investment for a distribution center. Distribution center don't need much investment as much as capital investment for build a manufacturing plant. Transportation, inventory holding, and operational costs. The third, infrastructure availability. To considering a plan or DC, we should also elaborate or discuss about infrastructure availability. Quality of ports, roads, electricity, and warehouses is a must. And then accessibility to suppliers and transportation hub, which are very important. The more closer we are with the supplier and the hubs, the easier we reach that places and the faster we can distribute the products to the consumer. And the fourth factors is lead time and service level. Ability to reduce delivery lead time. Of course, with DC, we can reduce the lead time and the service level, which is the lead time become one of the problem that faced by Indofood to distribute their products to Eastern Indonesia. And then impact of product availability and customer satisfaction. Again, customer satisfaction, this is the main factor to for sustainability of the company. The fifth, labor and skills, availability of skilled labor for manufacturing, of course, this is a must, and then higher operational complexity for production facilities. And then the last, or the sixth, risk and flexibility. Manufacturing plants involve higher long-term risk. Distribution center offer greater flexibility and scalability because, like we said, as we said before, distribution center no need much capital investment as much as manufacturing plant. So there is a lower long-term risk rather than manufacturing plants, which has a higher long-term risk. Based on the six factors to consider when establishing a manufacturing plant or distribution center, so I say distribution center is the best choice for PT Indofood for now. I say it again, for now. We don't know about the future, but for now, as a supply chain analyst, I recommend PT Indofood should build distribution center to make their supply chains problem easier rather than before. And then I recommend Makassar can be one of the best place to build the DC of Indofood in East Indonesia. Why Makassar? Because Makassar has the point C, infrastructure availability. Makassar has international ports, roads, good electricity, and in Makassar there's a big warehouses in the industrial area like Kima, Makassar. On Indonesia we call kawasan industri Makassar. And in Makassar also become a gateway of Eastern Indonesia. So it is must be a best choice to choose Makassar as the location of this distribution center. So is there probability to make or to build manufacturing plant? Yes, sure. In my opinion, manufacturing plant can be considered if demand in Eastern Indonesia exceeds a specific threshold. So if the demand of the products of Indofood from Eastern Indonesia exceeds a specific threshold, so build manufacturing plant can be considered in the future. Now we talk about the second key consideration, transportation mode. Indofood should adopt a multimodal transportation strategy. The first one, which is the primary mode. It is sea freight, most cost efficient for large volumes. Yeah, as we know, sea freight can be loaded with large volumes, products or stuffs or anything, and suitable for non-perishable and fast-moving consumer goods, and ideal for long-distance inter-island distribution. Yeah, we know is Indonesia. There are so many islands that one of the best choice to reach one island to another island is by sea freight, which is more efficient and then more reliable to distribute in terms of islands. And there is a secondary mode. We also consider about land transportation, used for last mile delivery within islands. It is mean when we want to send our products to Halmahera, for example, Halmahera, which is located in East Maluku. So land transportation also needed because from the ports, we need land transportation to convey the products to the urban area that cannot be reached by the sea freight. And then there are options about the selective use, which is air freight. Air freight used only for urgent or high value products. High cost makes it unsuitable for regular distribution. Yeah, I think air freight, which is considered to be used for the specific food seasonings or for the high value products. So this is three recommendations more transportation mode that sea freight may be the primary mode. Okay, the third key considerations. This is about the cost analysis. Existing network, which are centralized in Java, and then the proposed network, Java is the main manufacturing plant, plus Eastern Indonesian Distribution Center, which is located in Makassar. The cost, existing network, high transportation costs, long lead times, higher risk of stocks out, lower customer scale satisfactions. But the benefits of existing networks, centralized control, lower manufacturing complexity, and economies of scale in production. And what about the proposed network? The proposed network costs are investment in warehouse and inventory. Of course, because we build a new DC which absorb investment for the warehouse and inventory. And the other cost is additional operating and labor costs. Yeah, there is an additional operating and labor costs because there is a new build, which is distribution center in Makassar. The benefits of these proposed networks reduce lead times. Yeah, we're back again about the problem statement of PT Indofood about the lead time. So DC may be one of the best option to reduce the lead times, lower transportation costs per unit, and improve service levels and customer satisfaction. Again, the main benefit effects of DC is about customer satisfaction, which is this is the main consideration what Indofood should be built DC in Makassar to distribute products to all of island, all of area in Eastern Indonesia. So overall assessment, the long-term operational benefits and service improvements outweigh the additional costs, making the proposed network more efficient and sustainable. So the DZ, the proposed network more efficient and sustainable to challenge, to tackle about the problem distribution of PT Indofood to East Indonesia. In this case, I took two definition of customer satisfaction, two statement of customer satisfaction that strengthen about my choice why proposed network should be considered as the best option to solve the problem of PT Indofood. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, built one of the world's largest retailers by focusing on a customer-centric strategy, emphasizing to put the customer first. Research published in the Harvard Business Review indicates that even a 5% increase in customer retention rates can yield a 25% to 95% increase in income, demonstrating the direct link between satisfaction, loyalty, and profitability. Yeah, we know to build a new distribution center that must be a sort of youth investment. But we talk about the sustainability, we talk about the future. If DC already built, the benefits is the lead time can be reduced, lower transportation cost per unit, and of course, customer satisfaction may be increased. And this is the crucial point. If we refers to Jeff Bezos and also the Harvard Business Review about customer satisfaction and the relation with the profitability and sustainability of the company. So that's the conclusion that proposed network should be the best choice for PT Indofood. And then the last key of consideration is risk assessment. Identifying potential problems in implementation. Risk one, infrastructure quality. For road conditions in Papua. Yeah, I know. Road in Papua in some area there is a poor road. Yeah, I know because I used to work in Papua. Now I work in PT Pos and I used to assign on duty in Papua for 5 years and I know the condition of the road in Papua. But we can mitigate this problem by use smaller specialized delivery fleets for difficult terrain. And then risk two, supply chain disruption, port congestion or sea weather. Yeah, in the area with full of islands, one of the problems is port congestion or sea weather. The mitigation is maintaining higher safety stock levels at the new Eastern Distribution Center. And risk three, regulatory and land issues. Yeah, problem about regulatory or land issues is average problem in not only in East Indonesia but also in all of area in Indonesia. But we can mitigate this problem by partnering with local governments and stakeholders to ensure the legal compliance and community support. Right. The conclusion. To address rising demand in Eastern Indonesia, Indofood should establish a regional distribution center supported by multimodal transportation. This strategy minimizes logistics costs, improves delivery performance, and enhances customer satisfaction while maintaining flexibility and manageable risk. The proposed supply chain network design offers a practical and cost-effective solution for Indofood's long-term growth. Investing in a strategic DC in Makassar serves as the gateway to Sulawesi, Maluku, and Papua, balancing cost and responsiveness. So, this is the conclusion about this study case. And me, as a supply chain analyst, already make a recommendation for PT Indofood to build distribution center to solve of the problems about the logistic costs, about the improved delivery performance of the lead time, and of course, to enhance customer satisfaction. I think that's all about this elaboration about PT Indofood. I hope this presentation will be becoming one of the references in considering problem, considering or solving problem about how to consider with how to consider to how to consider what I say when you have a problem about supply chains. I think that's all. Thank you.